There's a lot of groups, a lot of teams to discuss. So start things off in Group A, the champions of MPL Malaysia. You got Todak.
They really love to draft differently. They love uncontemporary picks, super unpredictable. You don't know what they'll bring out. Like, who knows? They might bring out the Aldous again or something totally different.
Next team up in Group A, we actually have Falcon.
It's one of those teams, you don't have a ton of info on. They sometimes get a little overzealous, and sometimes they overextend or make mistakes, and that is usually what sets them back.
For Falcon, there are some things that they still need to work on. However, who knows, they might just be able to surprise. Onyx Esports from Indonesia.
Definitely they'll go far. I mean, it's Indonesia, right? We can't deny that they're also like one of the powerhouses when it comes to MLBB.
Let's see if they can replicate a good MSC run. The champions of MPL Philippines here, RSG Philippines.
They don't have a weakness. What can you say about them other than that they are a stellar team with just individually high-skilled players on each role? I think they're going to win the whole thing.
See you soon.
It's pretty much like they're revolving around like certain heroes style. So I think they're the kind of team that you guys can read after a while. Like they draft, like maybe they have 3 different strategies. They bring out like 1 or 2. Sometimes it works out for them, sometimes it doesn't. So I feel like see you soon. They have to work on that.
The SG counterpart of RSG.
They're a little more telling in their weaknesses here. This is kind of what I've seen from some of the teams. Like they'll have like a really star player type thing going on, and if that player struggles or something, the teams kind of crumble or fall apart. Now with RSG Singapore, I feel like they have multiple players that do have that potential.
RQ Hoshi.
Yeah, there's a reason why they're the champions of MPL ID. Albert is definitely one of the key players. A lot of heroes under his belt.
He just made it look so flawless. RQ Hoshi is a team that we respect and we fear in the Philippines. So let's see what will happen to them in MSC 2022. IDNS, they were drawn into a very, very tough group.
Let's say IDNS wins. That's already going to be a huge upset if you think about it, because it's Omega and RRQ. That factor of kind of like mystery can actually play a huge role, especially going into a tournament like MSC, where again, anything can happen.
Omega, I like that we're recognizing Ryzen more. The push of Omega to make it all the way to the grand finals wouldn't have been possible without Ryzen's improvement. We have to watch out for Sakai Jungle more, of course, Keller on the Beatrix, and Itamax when he has heroes like the Eve, the Farsas, the Selena, of course. If they end up in the lower bracket, if they're down no matter how many points, it's Omega, man. They'll find a way to make a comeback out of it.
Unity KH is a team that a lot of people underestimate. They've gone a long way from bagging like 3rd place in their MPL. This time, they actually made it to the grand finals. You guys have to watch out for TYT, whether it be a support, whether it be a tank. He can really, really be aggressive. A region that is continuously growing when it comes to MLBB. So I would love to see more of them.
Let's talk about Orange Esports.
There are times when Gary, similar things with the other teams that I mentioned, he'll try to make plays that don't work out. He ends up overextending a little bit too much. I hope that they work a little bit on their discipline, because discipline alone, I would love, again, to see Orange Esports move on from here, because they have huge potential. It's just they need to fix those minor things, and discipline literally will play a huge role in their success.
EVOS, SG.
They really improved from the last time I've seen them.
Very like OG. They have a bit of a momentum. They also have something to prove. Personally, I think they're going to bring it to Group D. I think Evo Singapore has a really high chance of being one of the teams to move forward, because again, I after what we've seen from them and just the experience that they have throughout their history, I think they have great potential here to move forward out of this group.
June 11 and 12 are the first 2 days of MSC. That's where you'll see the teams that will advance into the playoffs, the end of MSC being June 19.